And I'm gonna just switch over to just eating.
Mungus.
All right, there we go.
I made pizza ravioli.
I was gonna say it looks like ravioli.
Should that be a thing? Why isn't pizza ravioli a thing?
I think it probably is somewhere.
Really?
Yeah,
I never heard of it.
College dorm rooms, like. Never mind.
Ow, mother. It's hot. Hey everyone, I'm Claire. I'm in the BA Test Kitchen, and today I'm making gourmet pizza rolls.
Gourmet pizza rolls.
I've never had one of these before, but in my mind, it is a smaller Hot Pocket. So I'm feeling pretty good about this today. I do think growing up, you had pizza rolls or a bagel bite, and in my house, we had bagel bites. That's sort of unbelievable. My mom let us eat that. But
What is this?
Seems like a classic.
Is this a raid? Is this a raid? Hold on a second, folks.
Dorito. Doritos.
Hi, how are you?
Yo, what's up, everybody from Harbiscus's raid? You've come into the territory of Mr. Nintendo, who doesn't always play the Nintendo, but when he does, you know where to go. After all, it's where the foodies go. It's where all the waifus go. It's where the husbandos go. It's where the broken television screens go, apparently. Wow, I am not working tonight. We're joined tonight with Hot Box of Fun on our Tuesday night shenanigans. How was your stream, Harbs? How was the Pokemans? Did you catch any special Pokemans tonight? Has everybody been catching Pokemans with Harbs? But yeah, welcome everybody from Harbs' stream. We're just chilling tonight on Tuesday night for Try Hard Tuesday. We're trying hard to chill, actually, with Hot Box of Fun. And we're just celebrating with all the balloons, all the raids, all the confettis in Times Square, New York, to represent the East Coast out here. But thank you so much for raiding me, Harbs. We're just chilling tonight. Hotbox is talking about pizza rolls, so we're just watching a video how a chef makes some gourmet pizza rolls, because I'm trying to find that motivation to make stuff in the kitchen again. It's gonna be one of those videos. Man, I think afterwards, since we just got raided, I might as well just do my quick oh, wanted to use that for a long time. Oh my god, this man wants an English accent for up to 5 minutes, mate. Oh boy, do we have to start it? We have to start it. Starting now.
Yeah, boy.
Oh boy, this box is gonna have to hear me speak this accent for 5 minutes straight. Alright, here we go. Let's start this video right now, mate.
Mom and Dad aren't home. Kids have to feed themselves, kind of.
You don't have to do it with me, mate.
Ooh, you guys.
I have
This
like
is the first time we've ever seen
$2.
ingredients go into 2 columns. Don't feel good about
What would that be in
I like the
pounds?
size a lot. They seem like they'd be fun to eat. Just sort of little
Oh,
finger
probably
food.
like
They're little
400.
rectangles. It's like it's
What in
wrapped around two
tarnation?
sort of sides and then
What
two
the
longer
bloody
sides
hell
and
are
then
those?
to close.
What
Yeah,
the
they're like little pillows. They're so cute. Bake or microwave?
Are you seeing what I'm
Microwave?
saying, mate?
Okay, my microwave broke, and it just shoots
They're using the
sparks, so every time you turn it
microwave.
on,
This
you
is
put nothing in it.
absolute bloody disgusting.
So we unplugged it.
Oh my god, the
Is this like-
One minute
interior.
is really very fast. All right, they feel done.
What is that
They're a
nuclear
little sad.
bomb
Not
sack
very
they're
soft.
eating?
Bro,
Oh.
they're gonna
This is
get
ready to go when you take
radiation
slices off.
poison.
The crust is kind of weirdly hard,
Of
So
course.
squishy.
but
Of-
overall it's like, I get it. It's kind of not bad.
Bloody hell, mate. Of course the
I just think when
crust
you
is
combine
hard.
tomato
It's
flavor,
frozen.
Oregano, cheese,
Oh my
Put it in
god.
for
pepperoni,
2 seconds.
it just
That
sends
come-
a signal to your brain that
Did that
like,
come
you're
out of a
eating
nuclear
pizza.
war
And have you
factory or
ever
what?
eaten,
That's not
Totino's
food.
Pizza rolls?
That's a cheese bomb that's waiting to actually
No.
sabotage
neither.
someone.
So
That gentleman's
Yeah.
face is correct,
The
mate.
crust is really,
The crust is so disappointing. It's
yeah,
like
it's hard.
Absolutely.
And like
Gordon
thick.
Ramsay would be
hard
more
and
than disappointed, mate.
it's dense.
I don't want to be overly confident.
That's gonna be more
but
than
having
dense.
already done Hot Pockets,
This is like a smaller version.
I'll be done.
Nailed hot pockets.
I think I'll be done
So
Bro, they're
today.
eating
Yeah, Hot
poop.
Pockets did all the work.
That's absolute garbage. That's
Very
absolute
gooey.
hogwash.
Yeah.
And gooey.
Mm-hmm.
It's like the brownie bite equivalent of pizza. You could eat like 1,000.
Make
Yeah.
make a homemade one,
without
Hobbs,
really
and
realizing it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
that'll be
The
better.
thing I like about these is I think there is so much room to make them really good.
How do I
for sure.
harass these
You know,
people?
we're nowhere to go but up. But I feel
I-
like you get
I'm
that
sure we
a
know
lot.
where the kitchen is.
I thought they were better.
Yeah.
Please make them better.
Okay, but what's
Yeah,
their
sorry.
personal
Sorry,
address?
Totino's.
Okay.
Few
Bye.
words.
Bye. Bye. Pork shoulder.
Must first provide
Gabby, I miss Gabby.
a social
Can I just
security
look at what
number, your
combination
passport,
is?
the
Ooh.
Your
Ooh.
credit card number, the 3 digits on
Sausage
the
and
back, and the
pepperoni,
expiration date.
seasoned pork, chicken and beef pizza
Let me
topping
just float
pizza
over
in a
there.
golden crust sausage made. I don't know. These words in this order don't make sense.
What?
I don't understand what this is.
Bloody hell, mate. How do they label these boxes? They don't even, like, label these boxes as such in the UK. Oh, this type of garbage they could get away with in America.
It doesn't make any sense. I don't even know what.
Oh
It-
God,
it's-
bro.
It says sausage and pepperoni, seasoned pork, chicken and beef pizza, topping pizza, and a golden crust sausage made with pork and chicken. Just say it's a meat lover's pocket. For crying out loud, for bollocks sakes.
No-
in here. It's chicken and
Bro, it's
beef
just
and pork.
Pizza chicken
Maybe
nuggets.
we do a sausage version for this one, and maybe we make the sausage.
Give the vegetarian-friendly ones.
You guys, this is
We
one
were
of the
raided
sweets.
by a vegetarian. Our friendly
I'm
neighborhood
loving today.
vegetarian.
All right, so I'm gonna take some measurements for the baked final
How much
one.
longer do I have to say this
Lengthwise,
accent
they're about
for?
5 centimeters.
One more minute.
And width is about 3.2. I feel taller.
Why are Americans bloody still using this
Right, so
metric
here's the
system? Oh my
cross-section.
god.
Kinda cute. Looks kind of good. Did Hot Pockets have
No,
distinct
that looks
in the
bloody
cheese
disgusting.
before you microwaved it?
It
Here's my
looks
thought process.
looks like the
These have to
interior
be
of a
baked
cross section
in the Totino's
of a
factory,
human.
and then like flash frozen in a package, and then you are reheating them. You're not cooking them, which tells me that this is cheese that just doesn't melt at all. So it's not like you're gonna get
Not
that
melting
stringiness,
cheese.
and
Cheese is
that tells me that
supposed to
this is
melt.
not real
That's one of the
cheese.
best parts of cheese,
It is
mate.
very easy
The best
to
kind of
break
cheese
these
does
seams.
melt.
Like they're not
Like the
well sealed, but
mozzarella.
what I see is that there is no seam on the 2 shorter sides. That it's like a long filled.
I could
tube
go
of
for some
pastry with
pizza.
deposits of filling.
I
and
can
then
make my
it's,
own,
like,
too.
Punched in between those areas of filling. I think these do explode in the microwave and oven, and so if these do, then mine can too, and that's fine. I think.
Of
it's just
course,
not
you can do
overheating them.
bloody
But I
better.
learned
You're a
also Hot
professional
Pockets,
chef,
basically
mate.
They need to be vented.
Anybody can make their own. Oh no. How do you
I wonder actually if
bollocks,
it's
mate? How do you mess up the hot
intentional
pockets?
that
Okay, I'm
these
done.
Edges are not well sealed, and that
Wait,
maybe
they put
it's
the
there
hot
to
pockets
give,
in the
like,
oven,
not-
but they
not only
put the pizza rolls in the microwave.
No, I mean they took the frozen one and put them in the microwave. This is the homemade ones, and they went kaboosh. They went how do I
we get rid of this kitchen?
these hot pockets went, how do I say it?
Did somebody say boom?
That was a freebie for you, Harbs. These hot pockets went boom. Oh shoot.
Did somebody say boom?
That's like a very small, very tiny channel points reward. Oh, look who else has look who's decided to redeem the one and only place where memers make memes. I'm not so sure if you saw this yet, Hotbox, but this is an OG.
Okay. Hey, Squidward! Wanna blow some bubbles?
You want to blow some bubbles, Hotbox?
I only have 2 quarters.
I have 7.
I'm around town.
And that was the Home Depot. That was one of my other new channel points rewards that y'all can use besides the boom.
Why is the Home Depot song on Spotify?
It's on SoundCloud too.
I mean, I wonder actually if it's intentional
It's
that
weird.
these edges are not well sealed, and that maybe it's there to give like not only the air somewhere to go, but
Peter
the kind
Griffin.
of bubbling film, so that they don't actually burst in other places. The dough is pretty thin, but I don't think it's yeasted, so and it's not.
I guess I could do
flaky
some
either, so I don't
Genshin
think it's
pulls
gonna be
after
that
this
hard to
video.
I'm A to A plus confidence level because I think pretty much everything is a known quantity. I'm gonna need water for this. I take a
Oh yeah,
break.
how's the download for you?
It's so long. So it starts here
Let me see.
and it goes all the way over. Okay. It's time
It's
to
at
make it
like,
apart, but I don't know if this is gonna be so great. Just reading the ingredients. Enriched flour,
30.
wheat flour, niacin, sulfate, thiamine mononitrate, riboflavin, folic acid, close parentheses. Tomato puree,
Bro, what is
water,
this?
tomato paste, close parentheses. Water. Cooked pizza topping.
Bro,
Using
look
pork
at
and
these
chicken,
words.
Sausage made with pork and chicken, bracket,
My
pork,
brain is gonna
mechanically separated
explode.
chicken, salt, spice, maltodextrin, corn tapioca, close
Bro,
parentheses,
look at
natural
these
flavor,
words. They're
bracket, water,
flooding my
textured
screen.
vegetable
They're flooding my
bracket,
eyes.
caramel color, close bracket,
Caramel
soy
color
protein,
soy
sugar,
flour.
sodium phosphate,
Who needs all
caffeine,
this
chloride,
soy?
hydrolyzed corn and soy
Me.
protein, soy flour, yeast extract, close parentheses.
Bruh.
Mozzarella cheese,
So
parentheses, water, palm oil,
Fake
mozzarella,
mozzarella.
rennet, hasten, salt, sodium, aluminum,
Oh my
phosphate,
god,
calcium
I'm
chloride,
gonna
acid,
explode.
potassium sorbate, bracket, preservative,
Oh my
close
god, my
bracket,
brain.
citrate, sodium phosphate, titanium
Are you
dioxide,
done,
bracket,
lady?
artificial color, close
Oh
bracket,
my god.
maltodextrin, magnesium
The
oxide,
video
oxide,
editor.
vitamin A, palmitate,
The video
riboflavin,
editor is having a hard time with
close
this.
parentheses, vegetable oil, pepperoni seasoned pork, chicken and beef pizza topping.
Bruh, look
Pork,
at all these
mechanically
rolls.
separated chicken, beef, salt, contains 2% or
Too
less
much
of
ingredients.
pepperoni, bracket, pork, mechanically separated chicken, beef, salt,
Mechanically
contains 2%
separated?
or
Oh
less
my
of
god.
dextrose, pork stock, lactic acid,
Bruh.
oleo resin of paprika, flavoring, sodium ascorbate, sodium nitrate,
All these
DHA,
words.
DHA,
Hi, how are
citric
ya?
acid, close bracket, spices, dextrose, oleo resin
Too
of
much
paprika,
words.
sodium ascorbate, garlic powder, natural flavor,
They're running out of room,
sodium
Monka
nitrite,
S. Hey,
lactic
what's up,
acid,
mailbox?
starter culture, DHA, DHT, citric acid, close bread. Contains less than 2% of
Oh
modified
my
corn
god,
syrup,
there's more.
dehydrated fat-free
But wait, there's
mozzarella
more.
cheese, water, skim milk, cheese culture, salt, enzyme, citric acid, vitamin A palmitate, vitamin
That's
B6,
what's
close
in my
parentheses, sugar,
cheese.
salt, modified whey,
Oh my
rennet
god, the
flour,
words are
dried
going
onion,
behind us,
spice,
Hotbox.
methylcellulose,
The words are
rehydrated
infecting
enzyme,
our
modified
avatars.
cheese, parentheses, water, milk,
Stop.
cheese culture, salt,
It's stuck in my
enzymes,
brain.
dextrose, maltodextrin, TBHQ, parentheses, preservative, close parentheses, natural flavor.
I think my brain just went.
Did somebody say boom?
I put my vote in. And that's what my brain. That's what my brain just did. That's what my brain literally just did.
Taco Bell.
When someone explaining an English essay to me, facts. It is a pizza scape. Oh, dude, have you eaten pizza rolls before? Is it eaten or eaten? Yeaten.
I just blacked out.
Are pizza rolls real?
I've never in my life heard, I don't know what mechanically separated chicken is. But like, why do they have to say that it's mechanically separated? What does that mean, the separated part? What's being separated in the chicken? So if you cut out all of that parentheses and brackets and then internal parentheses and then more brackets,
I
what
voted.
you have are the following: flour, tomato, sausage, imitation mozzarella cheese, so it's right, vegetable oil,
Bagel bites are pretty good when
pepperoni,
done right.
And then a couple extras. All right,
They've done
let's go to
bagel
the
bites
computer.
before in this
I'll have to
kitchen.
Google some of these things. I can look at the handheld pizzas.
I
Ew,
heat
that
the
looks
bagel
so
bites
gross.
in my butt.
Dispenses the filling at perfectly timed intervals.
What the frick is that? It looks like turds.
So they really are formed like ravioli.
Why is it
These are
coming
not
out like that? What the frick?
Pizza rolls, but they're
I don't like
similar.
that.
They add more flour.
That's
It's
the
like artificial meatballs.
bruh. That's like the cousin to the chicken nugget mix.
The filling is piped on top, and then they really are formed like ravioli, where they're crimped along the edges and cut. That I'm not quite sure how
Oh,
they
there's
get
they're also another childhood
only
snack
filled on
mailbox.
2 sides instead of on 3 sides.
I've
And
eaten
they're baked
those.
and they're frozen.
They're okay for me as a kid, but now they taste like nuclear
Okay, so my
cheese
plan is to
bombs.
start with the sauce because that has to cook for a little
Bagel
while.
bites
I
slap.
think I'm basically going to use the same sauce method that I did for
They're like
Hot Pockets.
pizzas,
So I
but
have some
mini.
tomato paste, red pepper flakes, garlic,
Facts.
canned tomatoes, and I'm going to grab some basil from the walk-in.
Oh, the color.
Basically, the idea here is I want to make a really concentrated sauce that doesn't have a lot of moisture in it. I want it to be very, very thick. So now
Moisture.
my basil, and then I'm going to throw the whole thing in the oven.
Hey,
My
roasted
sauce
sauce.
is ready. I'm going to pull it out. I stirred it about a half an hour ago, and I think it's done. A little dark around the edges, but I think it's
That's
overall
flavor.
looks good. Just gonna let it cool down.
That's
and then
actual
I'm going
flavor.
to
Brush it.
puree it.
Absorb it.
So now I want to move on to.
Why is it so solid?
Oh, we're gonna make the sausage. That's kind of the fun part, I think. for
Sausage.
Today. We're not
Sausage.
starting with ground pork. We're starting with pork shoulder that I'm gonna cube and season.
Fun
and
fact:
then we're
pork
gonna
shoulder
grind
is
it.
pork
I'm just
shoulder.
gonna Throw a 4-pound piece of pork at me. Jeez.
Pork butt is also pork shoulder.
Throwing a baby. I'm gonna weigh out salt. I have fennel seed, black pepper. Ooh, that's a lot. Wow, that's a much
Tarragon
more
pizza? That
efficient
sounds fancy.
pepper grinder than I have. Given that amount of black pepper, I'm just gonna do a 1/4 teaspoon of cayenne. Oh no.
What do you got there?
This is not cayenne. This is smoked paprika.
Hey, that works too.
A half teaspoon crushed red pepper flakes.
Yo, cayenne is... Paprika is the stuff.
We won't do any cayenne. That's enough. enough heat. Some red wine here, which provides the liquid. 1 teaspoon of finely grated garlic. Now I'm going to
Meat.
cube and weigh out 2 pounds of the pork shoulder. Take this off.
It's pork.
Because we're just
Give
going to grind it
your
into
meat a
bits,
good
I'm
old
just
rub.
making
Avert
the
your
sausage
eyes.
itself,
Anybody
and
who's
we're
not a
gonna put it in
carnivore
pieces. If Brad were
or
here,
omnivore.
he would talk about the Fleschenhacker, which is we have a manual meat grinder.
Pardon-
Who's your daddy?
Pardon the imagery, Harbs.
Company
Pardon the imagery. I know you're
company.
vegetarian.
The name is Fleschenhacker. Alright, so when I mix the sausage, I start with the garlic because
that
the
the
garlic
thing where,
as
like,
an
the old
ingredient
lady's,
doesn't
like,
distribute as
slapping
easily
the
as the
dough?
spices. And I'm gonna
I
go
think I know what
until
you're
start
talking
to see
about.
a film develop around the sides of the bowl. And now I'm gonna add the wine. And I just keep mixing.
Oh yeah, they
until
do
you
this
see
method
that
to make
the meat starts to look
sausage
a
for
little
sure.
Sticky. And when I poke my finger into it, see how it springs back? That's how I know it's done.
Boing.
What? The poke test. It's a versatile test. So I'm gonna do a little
The
quick
poke
test.
test.
I'm gonna fry off a patty just to make sure it's the right texture.
How does
Okay, this is cooked.
how does
right?
anybody know?
Yeah.
How does the
The
hotbox
whole
know when
point of
anything
this
is
that
done?
When I slice it, it should cut
The Bork test.
cleanly and hold
I
together.
am
Alright,
not
that looks like proper
a
sausage. That
factory
looks good.
worker.
Maybe we'll have it
Hot
smell
Pocket
afterwards,
wins the
but- alright,
poll.
Sausage is done. I feel really
Hey,
good
yo,
about
is that legal?
Now I'm gonna cook the sausage.
Yes,
and
it
put all
is.
together. I'm gonna grate this
Hot Pockets
parm.
OG.
I'm going to brown off the sausage, and I want to break them up a little bit more. All right, this looks good. All right, next the cheese. Ah.
Yeet all the cheese.
Stop.
No.
We got some
Runaway cheese.
low moisture mozzarella.
Yo, that's the pizza cheese. Low moisture.
I think it could use some dried oregano. All right, I think the filling is done. Quite happy with it. Now we should move on to the dough. And it's probably late enough in the day that we have to start it just tomorrow.
Oh my god, that's so early.
That clock says 5:15.
That's wrong.
All right,
Daylight
I really
savings time.
sort of think the dough is just flour, oil, and water.
That's
I'm
it.
basically going to go with a pizza dough that's not leavened. Maybe adding a tiny bit of baking powder to give it some airiness. Because I think part of the problem
as
is
simple as that.
on the pizza rolls, it's kind of gummy.
That's how I
it
make
gets
my
really
dough.
hard. I think it needs a little bit of aeration.
Yo, if you make like a pan pizza dough, add some milk.
This is our trusty pasta roller. It's just a really easy way to make even, thin sheets. I didn't
Bruh. Bruh.
I started on the thinnest setting instead of the widest setting. My bad.
Squidward.
Let's try that again.
What's
I start
happened
on
to
the
that
widest
dough?
setting to gradually work it. I might not want to go any thinner than this. I just want to do a quick test with
Those
this
are,
dough because I'm not really certain what the texture will be when it
tortellini
bakes. My
sauce.
concern is that it's going to be very dry and cracker-like. I'm going to make 2 pizza rolls.
Maybe you are trying to make a what is it?
You know, I'm not too worried about the
Ooh,
shape or
looks like a
size.
ravioli.
They don't look so good.
Bruh, they went. What happened to those things? Oh, I know what happened. They just went.
Did somebody say boom?
I didn't say nothing. Sandy read my mind.
Kablowy.
All right, so mine's a little pale. I feel like I did make hardtack. That is sort of what
Sandy
this
just
feels
read
like.
my mind.
The leaking.
It's
I'm not sure
scary.
what to do about that. So what if I deep fried them? Is that gross?
That's the American
No.
way. You gotta fry them.
This dough is not good. The problem with this dough is that it tastes of raw flour. Like it hasn't been
One
enough.
crossed wire.
It's terrible.
One way
I
with
can't
pizza
quite figure out
potassium
what
chloride.
this dough is supposed to
One
be. Like,
and
it's not
twist and
pizza dough,
kablowy.
and it's not flaky dough. It's not puff pastry. I'm just not sure what I want this dough to be. Maybe just starting with actual pizza dough. So like a yeasted dough, since it is a pizza roll. And then maybe I don't know, maybe we do deep fry them. Is that a horrible idea? No, that's a good idea? Okay.
The next day.
I was thinking because I've already done a whole show about pizza dough called Making Perfect, that I would start with that formula. And we did use sourdough starter for that to leaven it.
Yes,
So
sourdough
it's
pizza.
gourmet. Ooh, Brad, you got any starter? You have starter?
Kind of starter. Oh.
Sourdough.
Frozen.
Can I have some?
I can get it for you
Yeah. All
in
right.
a couple minutes.
Nothing in the fridge though.
No,
Okay. I also thought that it would be fun to really upgrade the pizza rolls by milling our own flour. I also just love using the grain mill. It's my favorite tool in the whole kitchen. I think it's very heavy.
Homemade
It sounds
flour
really
for the
good.
win.
So this is a grain mill.
Bruh.
Grains go in here.
That thing is
There
ancient.
a grinder inside. Flour
Oh, wait,
comes
there's a
out.
plug.
As
you
I
didn't grind the starter?
no. So what happened here?
It's I put it in the freezer. This is actually left over from
Pizza.
making perfect pizza.
That's the recipe I'm using for pizza rolls.
Oh, you're making pizza rolls. Aren't you?
Wait. What did this man say? Oh, hold on. Rewind. What did this man say? What did this man say?
Here inside, flour comes out. As
You
I
didn't
No,
grind the
no.
starter?
Wait.
no.
This man
What
said
happened
something.
here?
It's I put it in the freezer. This is actually left over from
Pizza.
making perfect pizza.
That's the recipe I'm using.
Oh, this man said.
Did somebody say boom?
Damn, this man had to say it, and you had to send out the Minesweepers hotbox. He said it.
Infiltrating the ocean.
This man said it, not me.
Pizza rolls.
Oh, you're making pizza rolls, are you?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Who makes
No,
pizza
you weren't.
rolls?
What kind of a question?
How's it going,
is that?
Mailbox?
I mean,
How's your
what's my name?
schooling?
I thought pizza rolls were something else. Oh, maybe I'm thinking of Hot Pockets.
Did they used to be triangles?
Maybe,
Pizza
right?
rolls?
These
Used to be triangles?
I'm starving. Oh my god, look at
No,
the
Brad.
amount of ingredients. Did you read this?
Yeah, it took me like 10 minutes.
It's longer than most books I've
Hold on,
read.
can I? All right, 45 minutes later, I'm gonna make the dough. So I'm gonna do a mix of
Ooh,
freshly
this looks
milled
cool.
flour and bread flour. So this starter is still
Oh, hey,
really
Horizon.
cold, but I think I have enough that I can kind of scrape off the sides of the container. So I do have to combine it with some active
Mamma
dry
mia,
yeast
it's
just
a
to make
fresh
sure that we
dough.
have bread by the end of the day.
I love watching food videos.
I find myself feeling very soothed and calm in a way that I never have on.
It
gourmet
teaches
days.
me stuff.
So I'm gonna cover it.
Whoa, whoa,
let
whoa,
it
whoa,
rise,
whoa, whoa,
let it
whoa,
go
whoa, whoa, whoa. Rewind that, rewind that.
Never have on gourmet makes.
Did you see what she just did?
Or she spanked it.
In a way that I never have on gourmet makes.
It's like that one video with the lady where she spanks it and she's like, "Who's your daddy?"
I mean, that's the good pizza dough test. It gotta be spanked. It's got a hard drive for my PS3. I had to stay up downloading GTA 4. Why not go for the 5? Not just the 4, but the 5. Wait, I need to watch that again. Wait, I need to watch that again.
San Andreas
In a way that
Vice
I
City.
never have on gourmet makes. So I'm gonna cover
Okay, I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna stop.
it, let it rise. I'm gonna let it go until it's about doubled in size, more or less.
Oh, she
So
rhymed.
While I'm waiting for the dough to rise, I'm gonna grab my filling from day one. Oh, jeez, God. What if it dropped and it splattered everywhere? This is red sauce. Okay, my plan is to form these like ravioli.
Ooh, that
I'm
slapped,
going
though.
to actually set myself up with a tray, some parchment paper, and I'm gonna just portion out all the mounds of filling so it's ready to go when the dough is ready. All right, gotta get this on a tray. Mostly there's concern that this is gonna be too
Oh, you
big
want
for
salt?
the
That guy doing the-
portion. But no one's gonna be upset if my pizza rolls are
We
a
got
little bit
salt in
bigger,
the
right?
house.
Damn it. All right, let's look at this dough. Here's my risen dough. At least we know that something yeasty in there is working.
It's poofed.
My next step is going to
Why are
be
they putting
portioning
it
up
in
the
the
dough
oven?
and rolling it through the
Oh, they're
pasta
adding heat.
roller.
She's
and
adding
I'll
heat
get
to
my
it.
filling, and I'm gonna start forming them like ravioli.
Not
I think
like-
I have to
Like-
work a little bit on the shape, but this is just a test to see how the consistency of the dough is, and also to make sure that they really stick.
But not like
Your timing is great.
to bake it. Just
Yeah.
to give it enough
I'm gonna-
temperature for the
Not true.
yeast to poof.
Your timing is usually terrible.
I think
You
they
usually
just
come
put,
in at a
like,
time where I'm like,
Let's say 50-50.
the
in deep
first time
despair.
they
Okay,
did,
fine.
they didn't use enough dough.
no, that's why your timing is great.
This time they made a different dough.
What do you think is gonna happen when I do this?
Well, when you heat oil,
Oh, it's gonna become toasted
What do you
ravioli.
think is gonna happen when I put this inside?
Yeah, but like, did they use enough?
I'm nervous.
I'm a little scared.
This is gonna
Because if
totally
they didn't, it's
explode.
gonna
It might.
leak out
Okay.
the sides
Let it rip.
when it heats
Oh
up.
God, I'm so nervous.
It's Beyblade.
Oh God, it's,
Well,
it's starting to inflate. Oh
It's
God.
really inflating.
Oh my God.
Like we're putting.
Are they deep frying it?
They are.
It's gonna explode.
It's gonna explode.
It's browning? Or is that just the sauce coming up? It's just the sauce
think
coming
it's
up
just the
underneath.
Oh God.
You're not using enough
It's
dough.
ruptured! It's ruptured!
Oh no!
It doesn't look that different.
Call
Do you guys
911.
also deep fry it?
I think they have.
Call
I
911.
think if they were baked, they would have a flat side. I do think it looks similar. Obviously, it's larger. I think the dough looks a lot better, and I think in terms of the way it feels,
Yeah.
I think it feels good.
Getting closer.
I mean,
I mean,
that's a pizza roll.
it tastes pretty good.
Yeah.
It's better than frozen.
Could stop there and be pretty much equal, close to this.
Are you
No,
kidding?
I'm saying in terms of the dough. Like I think the dough can get a little crispier. It can get a little more beautifully colored.
Okay, so but that what I'm hearing you say is different cooking, not different dough. Like the dough tastes good.
No, the dough tastes good. I
Yeah.
think the frying procedure just needs to be a little.
Yeah. So I have to tweak that. But I'm very happy with actually the texture and flavor of the dough. Thanks, Delaney.
Yeah, of course.
Great, wonderful support. I feel seen and heard. You guys, those taste delicious. I have to say.
I want to
had
taste
some
those. I
great
need
thoughts
smell-o-vision.
Since that first test batch. One is I think I have to roll the dough a bit thicker because as it drapes over the filling, it thins out.
You need the
And
dough to be.
I don't want it to get too thin along the sides. And the other thing, sound guy Mike gave me a great idea, talking about what do they call it? Panzerotti, which is basically a fried calzone that they used to fry them frozen, which gave you the idea to freeze the filling. So I found these silicone ice cube molds. I'm gonna press each of these little portions into the bottoms of the molds, get them into a square shape, and then freeze them and pop them out. But when you make
Oh.
empanadas and you have air inside,
Mmm.
do they
Tricky
explode?
one.
So how do you? What's the
Well,
method?
You can have a very thin, like needle-like
Oh, a tiny
pokey
hole
thing, and then make sure that the dough goes back to
when you're forming them.
right.
Interesting.
Right. Imagine this is round, right? So you're closing them.
Uh-huh.
So you always want to start on one. I do it on my hand.
Yeah.
So make sure that you're like taking all the air
Ah,
out.
with that hand, you're pressing out the
Right.
air. Okay.
Is that when you make dumplings?
Yeah. I'm gonna try something. As I drape it, I'm going to be very careful about eliminating air pockets. So I'm doing Gabby's trick where I'm poking a tiny hole to help eliminate any further air bubbles. I'm gonna throw these guys in and see what happens.
Oh, fingers crossed, fingers crossed. She's
Alright,
gonna do it.
ready?
Let her rip.
They are puffing. Oh god. Oh no.
Brothers, dude.
Delaney.
What's happening?
I know it looks like I've made no progress since you were here last. That is sort of
exactly what it looks like.
That's what it
kinda
looks
what's
like.
happening. I just poked a tiny hole to try to get them to not explode.
Little air escape
And like
valve.
yeah, a little escape valve. And look, it's taking on color. Look at how they're frying up like little pillows.
It's almost like you figured it out, Claire.
Maybe.
Looks like a pizza pillow.
Oh, there it is.
Ah,
We need tongs.
I need this guy. Ah! Sorry.
Bro, it sounds
Sorry,
like a
guys.
carnival.
Ay.
No, wait, but
Yeah.
that one.
Yeah,
looks
that's
beautiful.
but that's the one that exploded. But like, it didn't lose that much.
No.
But that's not good. That's not great.
Not ideal.
But
I would
what?
like 10 more seconds. See what happens. Do one of them for 10 more seconds.
Okay, fine. Count me down.
5.
Wait, Delaney, are you
Oh.
kidding? Delaney! Oh,
Well, you don't know until you know,
look
Claire,
what
and now we know.
happened.
It
This one's perfect. It is.
Almost. Yes.
Right.
Sure.
But what can I talk about what is working?
Yeah.
The dough stays sealed so well.
Oh no, it's great.
And even though there's like a surface, there's like a flat side and a rounded side, once
Yeah.
they fry, you can't really tell. It looks delicious,
It
right?
does.
Oh my god, that looks like
Also,
childhood
I was
already.
gonna say this. The thickness of the dough is perfect.
Thank you.
Oh my god.
How do we get it to not explode? That's the question.
You stick like a needle in there and extract
Ooh,
the air.
we have.
Let's do that.
Wait,
Next time
Brad's hiding them over somewhere. Over there.
They're over there somewhere.
Yeah.
This is a piece of fried tuna.
Tuna.
Just sitting here.
Who puts
No,
tuna?
no, he had him in a quart container. Alex.
I don't see
Someone's putting tuna out here in the freezer.
Oh, I think. Oh, yeah. No, right there. Yeah.
Right here. Is this what we're looking for?
Well, these are the needles.
That's the needle.
Delaney, if you're gonna always bring this many contributions to Gourmet Makes, you can come back anytime you want.
Shout
All right, here's my genius idea. That was actually really Delaney's idea.
Or is
I'm
this like
taking
Mom
just
Doll's
the
kitchen?
hollow needle and creating like a
Maybe.
air vent where the air can escape, and then I'll pull them out and seal
Hey, you
the
two
opening.
cars, dude. I might just do
They're
some
getting
pulls.
really puffy, and I can tell they're
for the
filling with
raid.
air, so I'm taking them in and out of the fryer to let the air contract again. All right, I think I got a pop. I'm gonna turn them over and pierce the second side so that that first side can cook a bit more. All right, this guy has a breach. All right, I think that unfortunately I have to call
They breached the
done
perimeter.
because this guy's gonna start leaking. They're so pale. I don't know how successful this is. I think that these
They
are
also give a
usable.
hot,
I
like,
wish
they
they
also
had
give one more
color on
shout
them.
out for the
When
night.
I make one more batch before the end of the day, I'm going to actually leave that piece of needle coming out the side and try to put that in there. And I think that that's going to work really, really well. So I want to isolate the metal piece from the plastic tip that screws onto the syringe. I'm going to put this in the fryer, and I don't want the plastic to melt. This is kind of a pain, but each one has their own little, what are we calling these things? Vent, exhaust pipe, I don't know. I'm going to fry one by one, just because I think it's the safest. What if this doesn't work? at all? Okay, so I just have confirmation that it's working because, Kevin, can you see the air that's coming out of the metal part? The bubbles? The trail of
What is
bubbles?
she doing?
So it is allowing air to escape. Well, hell's bells. I truly did not think that was going to work. I feel like I'm using up all of my Gourmet Makes karma on this episode because it's just, I haven't hit any like major process altering snags. So yeah,
It's
I'm
gonna get
feeling like this is a
soggy.
huge win. Oh, there it goes.
There it goes.
I'm enjoying this
There
more
she
than I've
blows.
enjoyed any Gourmet Makes process. All right. We are done. Let me bring them over. Just pull out the needle. You can't even tell it was there. And then once these are microwaved, they will have now a tiny little hole where some of that air and steam can escape. Overall, I feel a sense of triumph, even though I know I'm not done. I think they look great. I'm super into how they turned out.
Wait, did you?
I can't wait to tell you
They look like puffs.
what your suggestion led me to.
What happened?
I wish we could like roll back the footage so you could watch. You'll just have to
Poofers.
wait for the episode. Basically, it was
They gotta
incredible.
put like
The next day.
sugar on-
I'm very
turn it
excited.
into a
It
pound
is.
cake.
I don't want to say
Make
what
it
day
powdered
It's another
cheese.
day. The last thing we did last night before we went home is put all of the cooked pizza rolls in the freezer. And now the only thing we have left to do today is microwave them and taste them. And my biggest concern is that they're gonna deep puff. I love the way the dough like fully rounded. Oh, okay, I'm being told to hurry it up. They look great. They kept their shape. They're totally frozen solid. They look great.
Oh my god, Clean, I love them.
It worked out really well. No,
No explosion.
so they did explode, but then I did this thing where I took a hypodermic needle, like a really thick dull one, and I pulled off the plastic thing that connects to the plunger part,
Right.
and I used it as like a chimney. I formed the dough around it and stuck it in to vent the filling. Are you following this? No?
Not even the little.
You know what? I'll demo.
I told you
The
yesterday.
needle, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna do my first microwave test.
Oh, they're still microwaving it.
Delaney in the reflection of the microwave. This is the moment of truth.
Oh wow.
I'm really nervous. Oh no, that one sprung a leak.
I can hear
Wait,
it sizzling.
hold on. 3, 2, 1.
This guy.
It's,
no,
oh,
they're a little
we've
soft.
sprung a leak.
But is that how pizza rolls are?
That's how they.
Is
Okay,
that
great.
pea?
Let me try it.
No, it's cheese.
Oh, I got a fennel seed. Did I mention that the sausage is homemade?
No, you did
Oh yeah,
not.
I made Italian sausage.
Of course it is.
I could eat 17,000 of those.
Easy.
Are they close to completion?
Not even bat 9.
Is she close to
Might be-
completion?
One of them more delicious.
5 more
Gourmet
minutes
Makes
left.
results.
I would.
Is she
Mm.
close?
I
So good.
honestly might take this over the hot pocket.
Delaney, you really
No.
pushed this one further in that suggestion about the
About
needles.
the needle guy.
Yeah.
I wish I saw it happening.
It was.
I want to see
You'll
the
have to
little
watch the
speedboat
video.
thing.
It was really good. Oh my God, you can come back anytime you want.
Oh, thank you, Claire.
They look remarkably similar, don't they?
Well, they poofed more. They're a bit more poofy.
A pizza roll.
God, you know what's amazing?
like that.
Bruh, look at the difference.
Looks so similar.
I know.
You know,
I stumbled into that.
There's the college kid version, and then
That's
there's
why they are
the
absolutely 100% deep
the
fried.
mini version.
Yeah.
We milled the grain. We milled some
heard.
flour.
The dough is
Pea
phenomenal.
taco.
No,
It
it's a
is
thin layer.
Wonderful. I also can't believe you microwaved it to get this.
Chimichangas.
I'm gonna pretend that I'm Chris Morocco.
You won't burn yourself.
Oh my gosh, the flavor. So good. I like this. There's a spiciness to it. I
Yeah, a
like-
little red pepper flake
Yeah, I like
in the
it.
sauce.
Thank you, Claire.
Thanks, Gabby.
Amazing.
Ooh, stretch.
I love this episode. This is already my favorite gourmet makes I've ever done. All right, Carrie, I know I said that yesterday at 4:30 I would have something for you to taste. It took a little longer. I made homemade Totino's pizza rolls. Let me know what you think. So the flavor is, it's Italian sausage on the inside.
Sausage.
Hot, but it tastes really good though.
Good. A little steamy.
My daughter would love this.
Yeah? How old's your
Yeah.
daughter?
She's 8.
8. Oh,
Yeah,
man.
she loves these a lot, but I think these are better.
Yeah, there we
That's
go.
all I want to hear.
Can I take all of one?
I don't think I'll
yeah,
make
yeah,
those.
please. One for the road.
Yeah, I'm gonna let one of my co-workers try it.
Oh,
Why
good.
not?
Okay. All right.
Thank you.
Thanks for trying, Gary. I think something happened in Gourmet Makes that has literally never happened before, which is I just kind of tried something and basically nailed it without having
She
been
nailed
so
it.
deliberate about
She
it.
did it.
It was like this dough worked perfectly in the hot oil. It puffed. It sealed to itself. I
Certified
think we
Travis
can
Scott moment.
comfortably say it only took 2 days because
Yeetus for the winners.
This morning it's just a wrap up. Trying to think of an episode where I felt a greater sense of triumph or an equal sense of triumph as I do now. Not that many. I don't think I've ever gotten this lucky in a Gourmet Makes of like the thing I tried just really worked out way better than I could have hoped. So it'll probably never happen again. But that just means I have to enjoy it while it lasts. And I'm sure the next one will be terrible.
Oh, here's the recipe.
Here's how you make gourmet pizza rolls.
To make the sauce, heat 2 tablespoons olive oil in a large
Potato.
saucepan. Add 3 cloves smashed garlic and cook, stirring
Smashed.
until golden. Then stir
Hulk
in a pinch of red
smashed
pepper flakes
garlic.
and 3 tablespoons tomato paste. Cook until dark red, then add a 28-ounce can of whole peeled tomatoes, drained and crushed up with your hands. Add a splash of the strained tomato juices and stir to release any bits stuck to the bottom of the pot. Season with salt and add a large sprig of basil. Transfer the pot uncovered to a 300-degree Fahrenheit oven and bake, stirring halfway through until very thick and concentrated, about 1 hour. Remove from the oven and set aside to cool. To make the sausage, combine 15 grams kosher salt, 1.5 teaspoons crushed fennel seeds, a half teaspoon ground black pepper, 1 teaspoon cayenne, 1 teaspoon paprika, a half teaspoon smoked paprika, and half teaspoon red pepper flakes in a small bowl. Cut 2 pounds of very cold boneless pork shoulder into 1-inch pieces.
Pork
Pass the
shoulders.
pieces through the large die of a meat grinder with all the parts chilled to keep the meat cold. Combine the ground pork and 2 teaspoons finely grated garlic in a large bowl and knead lightly to begin to distribute the garlic throughout. Sprinkle the seasoning mix over top and continue to knead until a light film forms on the bowl. Add 1.5 tablespoons dry red wine and knead until the mixture holds together in a very firm, sticky mass that springs back
I'll be
when
right back.
pressed. Cook a small patty in
Alrighty.
a skillet to test for taste and texture. If it passes, cook about a half a pound of the sausage mixture in a dry skillet, preheated over medium-high until browned and crispy and cooked through, breaking up the sausage into smaller pieces. Drain the sausage and set aside to cool. To make the filling, combine all of
I
the
know
sauce,
this
100
video
grams
is
of
not,
cooked sausage, 100 grams of
vegetarian,
finely diced
pescatarian
low
friendly,
moisture
but
mozzarella, 50 grams of finely
I'm just
grated
fascinated
Parmesan
by
cheese, and 3/4
the
teaspoons
process,
dried
you know?
oregano. Set aside. To make the dough, combine 425 grams bread flour, 75 grams freshly milled wheat berries, 15 grams kosher salt, 75 grams starter, 25 grams olive oil, 5 grams active dry yeast, and 325 grams room temperature water. Mix until you form a shaggy dough. and
Shaggy
knead until
dough.
completely smooth. Continue to knead until the dough is very soft and elastic. Place in a clean bowl, cover, and let sit in a warm spot until doubled in size. To form the pizza rolls, punch down the risen dough and cut into pieces. Working one piece at a time and keeping the other pieces covered and refrigerated, pass the dough through a pasta roller until you reach the desired thickness, dusting with flour as needed to prevent sticking. Then place teaspoon-sized portions of filling along one side of the dough, spacing 1 to 2 inches apart. Brush around the filling with beaten egg white and position a tiny metal tube so it's perpendicular to the filling. Drape the other end of the dough over top, be careful not to stretch it over the filling, and press all over to eliminate air pockets and seal the dough. Cut around the metal tubes to trim away excess dough and form the pizza rolls into small rectangles, leaving the tube in place like a snorkel. Pinch all the way around each roll and use a scissors to trim the dough further and square off the edges. Fry the pizza rolls in 350-degree oil, turning once until
This is
puffed
so
and golden brown
technical.
all over. Let cool completely, freeze solid, then microwave to reheat.
this is the most technical recipe I've seen them.
You know, you should do a
Be made in the
really,
kitchen.
Exclusive pop-up event.
Yeah.
You make all of these,
This is a fun game. How much do I have to charge per pizza roll?
like $800.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was
Wait,
gonna say
what?
like 12.
$1,200.
Yeah.
Oh, $12. But yeah.
100. Bruh, 12 what the frickety frick? Alright, actually, you know what? Since we got the raid and stuff going on, for the raid, I'm just gonna go ahead and let's do some polls. We've been waiting for a while.